What's going on, everyone? John here with Power Clean Pro Tips, and today we're going to do a walkthrough on how to clean a driveway. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to clean the edges and the cracks. So it's good to do this with a wand. I typically do this with a turbo nozzle, or you can use a white tip nozzle if it's a flat concrete surface, but this is textured aggregate or aggregate concrete, so or exposed aggregate concrete, that's what it's really called. And with this, I like to use something a little bit more aggressive, like the turbo nozzle, and just kind of keep it about 4 to 6 inches away from the concrete. Once that's done, then we're going to apply a pre-treatment. In this instance, I'm using a 1.25% mixture from my downstream injector and just applying it to lift some of the dirt and start to kill some of the organics for the surface cleaner. Next, we're going to go over the entire surface with the surface cleaner. You're going to go over it nice and slowly, and you're going to make sure that you pretty much hit the entire surface as much as you can with that surface cleaner all the way to the edge. Now, one thing I don't hear a lot of people talk about is the rate in which you should move your surface cleaner. I tried to move my surface cleaner one entire length. So this is a 19-inch surface cleaner, so 19 inches forward every 3 Mississippi. This way I can ensure that the surface cleaner has enough time to actually work on the concrete, especially with exposed aggregate, and I am trying to keep that pace nice and consistent throughout the entire cleaning. Yes, I make some deviations or I do some double passes, but that's one thing that I try to do is a 3 Mississippi pass. So when you're trying to calculate how much time it's actually going to take you to do your surface cleaning, that's a good kind of rule of thumb that I take into consideration. Another important tip that I can't stress enough is to really know your equipment. It's really important to have a good feeling for your equipment. In this job here, I just felt that the surface cleaner wasn't cutting through the way that I wanted, and normally the diagnosis steps are you check the nozzles to make sure they're not clogged, then you check the water pressure, just make sure everything is good there, but something was just slightly off. It just wasn't really getting down as deep as that I wanted. And I then realized that I had applied treatment to the concrete, so I knew that my downstream bypass was the water was basically going through the downstream injector, so I had to turn that off, and that gave me power back. Next thing is you want to rinse the concrete. Don't forget to actually rinse the house as well. Sometimes there's debris and everything that actually kicks up onto the house, and you want to make sure that you get as much of that off as possible. So do a good job thoroughly rinsing all the concrete, get all that dirt down, and do your final touch-ups at this time. And if you need to go back with the wand, you absolutely can. Next is you're going to post-treat. Same thing like pre-treat, but this is for getting into the concrete, the porous concrete after the cleaning is all done to keep killing the organics. Last thing you're going to do is you're going to wrap up. You're going to put all your hoses away. You're going to put everything. Make sure you have all your equipment. I can't tell you how many times I've left equipment at jobs. Either way, thank you for watching this video. Hit that subscribe button and follow for more.